Well, I thought I'd surprise you and actually come on live. Okay. Um, but don't come on live too often. I'm going to try to come on live as much as I can. I want to focus on resolving this if I can try to bring in energies, try to heal this. Um, Try to bring this to the truth, then I will. I will try to actually do this. Now, I've got my phone here. I'm just looking up the chat here. So this one is all about the Nicola Bulley case, and you can ask any questions that you would like to ask, and I will look into this intuitively. Um, I've only got my cards as tools for this, okay. I haven't brought like my pendulum or anything like that. So it's all very much um my cards and my basically my intuition. So welcome everyone to my intuitive energy channel. Um, I I use my intuitive energies to like a little bit like a psychic detective in a way to actually get to energies around these situation cases. I also do personal readings. I also do readings from the universe. I also do the Sagittarian Club. I think you've probably seen me for that. But I also sometimes look into these cases. I feel quite strongly about this one. I do. And I did, I know I keep going on about this, but a year ago, I looked at Brian Laundrie and that case, Gabby Petito, and I kind of got kind of a little bit obsessed with that too. I did pick things up there that did actually come to fruition, like the little bullet, and when I did the spirit box and the little bullet, and his body was in water. I picked that up too, um, and yeah, I mean that case was just crazy. It was absolutely crazy, and again, I felt very close to that because it was, I don't know what it is about creators, creating creative people like myself. We all seem to get a hard time and jealousy and attacks just for being a creator. I don't know why that is. We just do. And I feel that Gabby Petito was a creator. The boyfriend was jealous of that, having her own channel. And with being a YouTube, you get all this behind the scenes, it ruins relationships, it ruins it ruins work situations because they get cotton on, but you're a creator. It creates a lot of problems. So I don't even know why I do this anymore because it creates so many problems over the years. Um, leading to Murdeer. I mean, Gabby Petito was a YouTuber, and I was obsessed with that because of that. Because I felt that. I felt that the more successful you become on YouTube, the more you get attacked and all this kind of thing. It's a crazy game. It's not for the light-hearted. It's not for the light-hearted at all. Is YouTube? It's tiring. It's exhausting. You lose friends. You lose family. You have people attacking you, wanting to kill you because you are actually, a YouTuber. It just doesn't. makes sense. Hello there, Laura Croft. Okay, in the chat there. Thank you for coming, and thank you for being the first person. Okay. You need a well, I'm here for personal read. A lot of you don't know this, Laura. I do personal readings. I do personal readings and I do consultations, and I love doing them. I love doing them. I've got some of my clients have been with me for years and they keep coming back and they just want, that help guidance to point them in the right direction. So give me an email. I will put the email in the description box afterwards. If you can't find it in this description box, it will actually be in all my other description boxes, and I usually leave it at the bottom of the screen, not on this one because this is live. Okay, it's a live show. But anybody, because this is also something else that I offer my followers is personal readings, and a one-to-one like this, on a Zoom chat. So while we're waiting for a few people to actually come here, you can ask me any questions on this case, this Nicola Bulley case. What next for her? If you've got insight or if you've got knowledge about what's going on, please put in that in the comment in the chat there, and I will look into the energies around that. Okay. Gary Denton, love your work. Thank you so much. Thank you. I try to keep everybody happy. People that actually love my intuitive energies, energy work, and that help guide you, and also the covering these cases. Yeah. Although we do get a hard time because of it, we get a hard time. Yeah, creators. I think I got banned for 3 years ago, and my channel was totally destroyed. I got hacked to high heaven. I think my channel was doing okay. I was reading on the debacle about the royal family and all this kind of thing, and it just got destroyed. Yeah. I used to get really, really upset by it, but I often think now that I was possibly attacked because because I was quite good at what I did. I was attacked because people felt threatened by what I did, so I just kept going. I don't have half as many views. I mean, back in that day, we're talking 3 years ago, 3-4 years ago, YouTube was a totally different ball game. If you got like 2,000 views on one on one video, and that for me that was quite easy to do. I put up a video and I get 5,000 views. I didn't feel that it was such a struggle to do that. And with 5,000 views, you can make a little small income, not a lot. But because of that, I just got attacked right, left, and centre. I got shut down. I got banned. Yeah, I've been there. I've done it. I've got the T-shirt. I don't like to go on about it. I'm pretty long in the tooth with this YouTube business now. But the way YouTube is now, it's like if you've got a fantastic video and I think if you're not paying into it, like you're not paying lots of money for it to be promoted, and you're not a rich person, I'm not a rich person. If you're not a rich person, you're struggling now with YouTube to get 500 views. Like before, it would shoot up to 5,000, but now you're lucky if you get 500 views. Or like, it seems like that. It seems, yeah. Anyway, chatting away here. Thank you for coming on the live show. Evening, Jennifer, Gary Denton. Do you think this could be a satanic ritual? Actually, I do pick up satanic control. I don't like to go in the dark side. I live in the light and I read in the light. But there is this very strong, it's many of us average guys, average people, everyday Joes that were easily kind of, would have been easily led by the Illuminati and programming and all that kind of thing. And where am I going with this? I don't know. But I feel the world order or the globalism, the Illuminati, people who felt that they were so way above us normal folk, that they had a code and they had, they knew how to manipulate and control the lesser awakened people. And it is evil, it's satanic. Because if you don't comply, they go all out to break your spirit, to break your spirit. And I've had this with my YouTube channel. I've worked so hard. It felt like I was on this hamster wheel, and I was let down. I was hacked. I was shut down, and I was pouring all my energies into it. It was like a hamster wheel going round and round and round, and each time I felt that I was succeeding, crash bang wallet, I was dropped back down to earth. Gosh, all that work I put into that creativity, why? This is this satanic kind of control that the world has got at the moment. We think that narcissism is a problem, but these people that control the world and they want to control the smaller people have upped the ante, because we're educating ourselves. You see, we're educating ourselves about narcissism, about toxicity, about this psychological control. And it feels like the global authorities that are right at the top there are losing control, and the way they feel that they're so clever, so educated, but they're not. They're going into the realms of satanic kind of evil, kind of tearing people down from inside out, their spirit, their soul, tearing them down so they're just a mere shell of themselves. But I'm such a hollow shell of myself. I don't even know what I want to do. I've lost control of my life, and I don't know where this is going. I don't know where my life is going. So this is what the higher powers that be, this is how they want you to be. So they can mold you into how they want you to be, to comply. And then you get the lesser ones that you'll meet, these very and they are evil. They are evil. They're narcissists, all right. They're psychopaths, because they don't know where to stop. They rip your soul out and they break your spirit over and over and over again until you don't, till you're empty. You don't know who you are. And this has reached anyone that's got an opinion, that's got a voice, anyone that wants any truth, anyone that wants justice. I want justice here, whether that's in an abusive relationship, whether that's Nicola Bulley case, and you're trying to prove I'm not going to put up with this abuse. You puppet mastering me like this, I will take this further if you carry on. And they have to, because you have worked them out, you've educated yourself to the way these people think. They up the ante to actually, they have to destroy you. Why am I going down this road? Because we have a society like that right now. Not just in our relation. God help us if you've got somebody like that in your relationship. You may have somebody like that in your family who thinks that they are, well, I know how to be so powerful like this, that I can crush any one of you around here to my will. I just feel this energy, and I hate to, it is satanic. Sorry, yeah, I have to say it when you say that. That really jumped out there, Jennifer, about satanic, Masonic. Yeah, I never used to believe all this, but I do now because I've met this. I've people have tried to destroy me, and it's made me ultra wise, because people do not like anyone who speaks the truth or has a voice. And if you're a female and you've got a voice, I have to dispose of you. If you're a female and you've got a voice and you work on YouTube, it's even worse, you know. So let's have a look at, yeah, we do have that. We do, yeah, I pick up this. It's a darker side. I don't like to go to the darker side, but when we're dealing with society, I mean, you look at the coronation, and this is like this ritual. This ritual, yes, it was amazing. Yes, it was historical. But you look at it, you closely look at it, and it was a ritual. It was a ritual, you know. Prince Charles had this yeah, it may have been holy, and it was very religious. But you look at it very, very, very ritualistic. He wore this shroud, like a shroud kind of thing, this linen kind of shroud that just says, I am an embodiment of vulnerability. I am an embodiment of vulnerability, and I am here. I'm vulnerable, and I am going to, you will anoint me, the powers that be, and I am going to act very, very vulnerable while you do. All very ritualistic. Um, yeah. And I found that quite interesting, how powerful that was. It almost came across a bit like a cult. But let's read this. But I'm going back to these are the energies. I don't like to bring devilment in here, satanic. I don't like that. That energy goes, but I have to say that we have this in our society. Even this Nicola Bulley case, everybody here, well, we just want to know the truth. We're trying to get the truth, the justice for Nicola, and it's not fair that it's going to be ruled as like she ended her life. She was vulnerable, and that's so wrong to cover this up. But um, You know, we get the most wealthiest in the village involved here. The most wealthiest in the village. And of course, these wealthy people, landowners, people in the village that have money, you know, that go shooting, go hunting, they're the most wealthiest in the village. And they'd be, you know, oh, we must protect them. We must protect them because they haven't done anything. They're innocent, you know, that they're so clean. How dare you even say that to the most powerful in the village? How dare you? Let's just move on, shall we? No, we won't go and investigate and put forensic scientists all around that area. No, because you know we have to protect our, you know, our powerful people. So talking about that, the energies that I pick up that there is this protection. I wouldn't say I'm not Paul Ansel. Is he powerful? I feel that he's in a circle of power. Um anyway, let's have a look at your comments here because this is supposed to be about questions and answers, okay, about the Nicola Bulley case and where do we go from here. But you know, it was little small people here just talking and chatting about this. We're just ridiculed by the powerful people that have the power. Oh, they're at it again. Look, those little ants there. They're all at it again, making stories or yeah, they're absolutely loopy, aren't they? They're loopy. You know, they're so crazy, they're so loopy, but we have to protect our powerful people here. You know, these people are powerful over here. Um, let's have a look here. Laura Croft. If you see the guy that owns the fishing plot, he's very creepy. Would not put satanic rituals past him. Hmm. Gary Denton, I just get the farmers farming. I'm not saying all farmers are linked to hunting um and all this kind of thing and power, but they see there's a protection here. Gary Denton. Yep, I live in the light too, and I'm a Reiki master. Wow. Teacher, I feel very strongly. It's got very dark undercurrents to it. Yeah. Thank you. Your name Ruth. Okay. Laura Croft, experience what you're saying just by leaving comments and can feel the creepy energies on the receiving end. Quite frightening. I had to stop myself from saying things I wanted to. Yeah, I mean, I've been there. I've been threatened. I've been threatened. My life has been threatened. 3 years ago, I got shut down. I got cut off in between one of my broadcasts. It just went dead, and all my followers were saying, "Where are you? What happened?" You know, and I kind of did a parody and a comedy, and it was a comedy parody, and it just got shut down of the royal family. Anyway, and I got shut down for about 2 weeks. My view, you know, all my views were taken down. My yeah, I should complain about YouTube, but this is before the takeover. It was back before the takeover. I must admit, I'm getting less views now, but I feel like I'm being treated fairly right now, but I don't. I'm very careful what I say. Very careful. I've learned how to do that. And I think I'm a little bit more respected by YouTube right now, in that sense. I'm kind of learning the craft now as they want me to do it. And the funny thing is that this is it, you have to comply. You have to comply. You have to comply the way that YouTube wants you to do things. And once you comply, they start to give you that respect, which I have been, being a good girl, okay. And I did get a message a long time ago saying, this usually happens once to a YouTuber, and then after that, once you've learned that lesson, it doesn't usually happen again. You learn it, okay. It's like learning your craft. But anyway, carry on with this. Hi, Jane. Thank you for coming. Nicola Bulley's disappearance connected to her father's business. Wow. Is it connected to? I don't know. Is her father got a business? What business does her father got? I'm not really picking that up. Energy wise, I'm picking up her father is very quite traditional, very blokey, has a lot of men. I don't know his business, but I pick up intuitively, psychically that he's got a lot of men around him, and he keeps it all very masculine. And I don't feel that she would have a say in, if she walked into her father's business. I don't think they would, pretty much listen to it. I get that. Very male orientated. I don't get that actually, Jane. I don't pick it up there because it's his little bit. It's his business. It's all very male dominated business, and they don't. It seems like they don't include the women in there, but maybe wrong. Um, anyway, let's have a look. Laura Croft. Can't make the place look shabby and give it a bad name, not with those house prices. I don't understand that anyway. Paul's dad or granddad or someone in his family is a high member of the police or was. There's I do pick up on protection. There's protection here of like a powerful people, a protection. And we need to protect them. They're landowners or they're broadcasters or they belong to this whatever this is. They belong to this kind of club or whatever this is. We need to. It's like they are elitist. These people are elitist. They're very elite, and we need to. It's like there's a protection there. Oh no, no, no. We're not going to investigate Marsh Farm at all there, for instance. No, that's no. We're not going to look at that. We're not going to take sniffer dogs around. It's no point really. There's no point to do that. And that's all very underhanded. Like there's some kind of cover-up protection of some powerful people that I think this is the energies that I pick up here. I'm not saying Marsh Farm, but I get like this power, there's people that seem to know people and no, we won't question that person. We're not going to bother that person. No, there's no need to go and bother that person. Not at all. That person's a busy person, they're a busy man. And there's no need to we're not they have nothing to how do they know? How do they know they have nothing to do with it? But I do pick this up energy wise. Thank you, Jennifer. I am going to be uploading. I'm going to really focus on my channel and these coming weeks. So look out for that. And I'm going to do some secret readings, okay? on my membership. And I know that I have not done that for a couple of 3 weeks. I've had my own challenges to go through, which I didn't want, but I'm not envisaging any challenges over the next 3 weeks. So I'm going to be concentrating on that. Okay. So I do pick that up. I don't feel it's anything to do with the father's business. He works in shipping. Yeah, I actually get that it's very male orientated. And again, we get shipping, and uh, banking, shipping, banking, and these kind of professions. They all have these powerful people, chairmen, and all this kind of thing. Um, and it's like they've got so much power. Um, you always hear that, oh, they were in shipping, they were bankers, that kind of thing. Oh, sorry, I had a phone call there. I'll have to catch up on that phone call in a while. Okay, I forgot about that phone call that I've got. Never mind, I'll catch up with that. I'll just let them know. Yeah, I totally forgot about that phone call. I'm sorry about that interruption. Um, yeah, it's so annoying. I will catch up with them. Never mind. Okay, so going back to this. Sorry about that interruption, guys. Ernie has a haulage company. Yeah, these people with haulage, shipping, all this kind of thing. They all protect each other, business people. He did work in insurance for years. Okay, thank you for letting us know. Okay, there's a lot of people going missing, being found around water in Lancashire. Thank you, Ruth. Well, as I said with the other reading, it's like, oh, not another one that's been out on the Razzle and ended up in the river. Oh my God, what we got there, a vulnerable person, who did drugs, who was druggy, alcoholic, um, another vulnerable person in the river. And I think I mentioned that there's this laissez-faire feeling about that. And yeah, they don't take it too seriously. I think this was started by a man, an emperor, who is very laid back, because this card here is like being as light as a feather. And a man here, so whoever this is like in control, saying, another person, another person on heroin, dumped in the river. Who knew? Who knew? Kind of thing. I mean, but that's what I'm picking up. That's what I'm picking up in this area. They're not taking it. It's like life is cheap. It's like life is cheap, you know. And it's like life is cheaper in this area, and it doesn't matter, okay, vulnerable person, stick that label on, slap, stick that label on, vulnerable person, had the checks about a week ago, and all this kind of thing. There we go, threw themselves off the bridge, And another one, okay. Uh, so I do get that. I get, with this card, it's like light as a feather, not really taking it to, it's like I feel even the people that are working in that department and they find a body and it's like, putting the body in a black bag and to the coroners and it's like, why bother, we're only going to put it down to this person ended their own life. And even the people that work in that department say, how do you know? How do you know this person ended their own life? Why do you suddenly say that? So thank you for coming on the chat there. Okay, Laura Croft, or to bring a murder to town that will affect the housing market. It's true, yeah, affects businesses. Um, Another reason to keeping it quiet. Yeah, who wants that? So many murders in that river, this river. So many, your houses are not going to sell. Um, so tomorrow, all involved have too much to lose. I might lose if they tell the truth. Well, this is going right back to the beginning of this reading, this energy of this power. This power. It's almost as if there's a protection of the truth. No, we don't need to do that. We don't need to cordon this area. We don't need this. No. Let's not jump the gun here. And it just behind all of this veil is like some kind of protection, It feels like they're protecting something, they're protecting someone. And I do get like the richest people in the village. Who are the richest people in the village trying to protect this crowd, these people? So Gary Denton, hi there. Lots of police who are corrupt and involved in hurting, uh, children trafficking, etc. That's just shocking. It is. It's disgusting. Seems like we're losing control. We're losing control from controllers. That's how it feels. Gary Denton. With a name like Denton, it sounds like you're from Lancashire, actually. I live in Lancashire, about 30 minutes from where Nicola went missing. Okay. I don't walk my dogs alone, especially near any streams and rivers near me. I always walk with my husband now, Ruth. Yes. Yes, it's a shame, isn't it? And tomorrow, the campsite has some reasonably high connections. Really? So that's what I pick up. This like protection, high connections. Yeah. So does Emma. Yeah. I just feel I keep saying, the evidence is between, and I kept picking it up between the bridge and the building. The evidence is between the bridge and the building. That could be the flow of the river. It could be where the body was left. The evidence, but they're not looking there, are they? They're not looking between the bridge and the building. Yeah, it is, Jennifer. It's like Midsummer Murders. It's very interesting. Actually, I have to say, I'm giving my dad a little bit of a plug here. I've written a lot of detective novels, and he sells them on Amazon. So and what I will do, I'll put that in the description box at the bottom. My dad's name. He has quite a few books that he's written, but he does do detective. He writes detective novels. So if you're interested in any of that and you want to read some of my dad's books, go and have a look in the description box and look him up on Amazon. Okay, I may actually put the link there. So I thought I'd give my dad a plug. Why not? Okay. Um, Similar thing, trying to find out the truth and all that kind of thing. So let's look at stone roses pie. I love the stone roses. I used to love the stone roses, still do. Hi Yvonne. Is this area of St. Michael's used to launder money? And has someone been hurt because of this? I don't know why a beautiful woman of two children would suddenly be found go missing, and I don't get that. Just got all of a sudden got a promotion. Is that area for money laundering? Let's have a look. And I'm going to use this little deck. It's a little bit kind of truthful, this deck. Um, is this Michael's on wire used for money laundering? Or that farm there? I'm not going to mention any names. Okay, is that farm used for money laundering? We have to protect the farm. We have to protect the farm. Nothing to do with the farm. It's nothing to do with the farm. And stay away from the bridge. You know that the bridge. It's nothing to do with. We won't go there. I get some. I'm picking up on cocaine. Cocaine may have been taken recreationally. Is it there for money laundering purposes, that village? There is emails, something is used to send emails backwards and forwards, emails, contacts, emails, letters, written formats, information technology. It seems to be a hub for information technology. So there is that. I don't know whether that's got anything to do with it. It's quite a big thing. It's quite a big thing. But bear is huge. Yeah, bear is huge, and it's huge. It's a big thing that right there. It's huge. So this communication is huge there. Whatever this is, I don't get that. If you've got a feeling what that might be, that is hidden, by the way. It's hidden, but it's huge. It is hidden, but it's huge. It's like a kind of exchange there going on. It's like there's communications here. This is between the light and the darkness. The light and the darkness. So, what the light and the darkness is saying, you would not suspect in such an idyllic village this kind of communication going on there. And you get like a tax exile, which is like Guernsey or places offshore, and you wouldn't suspect it because it's so idyllic looking. It's like it's chosen for that reason because it's so idyllic. Wow. Well, this is what the cards are saying. Okay. Um, um, what does my dad think about Nicola Bulley's situation? Well, I think he'd probably be interested because he loves detectives. You know, I was brought up with watching Columbo on TV, and you know the unsuspecting Columbo asking questions, and you know, your average guy, average bloke, just going around asking questions to get truth in, you know, all these elite kind of situations. So I was brought up on Columbo and Kojak. I don't know if anybody used to see that. But so yeah, I mean, I will put that link if you want to read my dad's books. You know, help him out there. He's trying to make his money selling books. And you know, if I can help him sell one of those, I suppose it's a good thing. This cousin, what about this cousin? Something to do with this cousin went missing or something in this river? Like that, what's that all about? Okay, what's this? Jennifer, hi there. Just after Nicola went missing, Paul went to look at an empty house to search for Nicola. Was she there? We're talking about this money laundering right now, and I don't get, I don't know whether that means money laundering, but it's like a center of these communication here, um, between the lightness and the darkness. So it's all secretive. I don't know what that's about, but it's quite big. Um, Paul, let's just pull out some cards for Paul. You know, in mooching around when they were searching for her in the river, you know, hit him there with his hair stuck up all over like he just got out of bed. Um, and, you know, very tall, overpowering, like that kind of overpowering energy. You know, you can't touch me, I'm too powerful. You know, I've covered my tracks here. Um, let's have a look at Paul. Let's pull out some cards here. We're talking about that empty building. You want to have a look to see if you could see find Nicola, that empty building. He knew that she wasn't there. I'm picking up he knew she wasn't there. He knew that he'd be going walking up to this building and it'd be completely empty. He knew that. He knew it. That's what's coming through here. I think he'd be more frightened if he did find her. It'd be terrifying, you know. I get passion. Well, I didn't expect to get that asking about Paul. He was very passionate here to find out what the hell had been going on here with the lilies. The lilies also signifies death, commemoration of death, but also that smell of lilies, you know. I get like very passionate to find out. I just want to find out. And I'm going to go and look at that building over there if it takes me to go on my own, kind of thing. So there is this passion behind this. Again, I get, look at that, communications, rife in communications here, you know, text messages, emails, text messages, um, flying everywhere here. And I get the surgeon, yeah, I get the scythe here, but the scythe could be a sharp knife. It indicates it could be a murder, a sharp knife. It could be the death of someone. The scythe. It could also be cutting this off, getting to cut. Let's just cut this off. Let's stop this. Let's cut this off. We could also say that could be, let's just cut off this communication. Now, let's just cut off this communication. Let's just cut off this communication. Let's stop this communication. I'm getting this with Paul. Oh, he wanted to look at this more closely. Talking about the building, you asked about the building. I picked up the spying glass there, looking at it very closely. Just wanting to go and have a look closely. I mean, why did they not take sniffer dogs in there and have a look for splats of blood or something like that? At home, did they do this at home? Was this a deterrent to deter them away from his home? You know, let's look at that building over there. So you don't go and forensically test all my furniture to see if it's been freshly washed with bleach, and the floors. Let's go and have a look at the building over there. This was like a decoy. I like a distraction. And I get the anchor, wanting to anchor this down, wanting stability. Let's cut off the communication. We're cutting off the communication here. Also get the big bear again, like big authority, huge kind of thing going on here. The huge authority here. And I get which direction to go. Where do we look now? This huge authority, it's like deterring, like the Lancashire police, like deterring the Lancashire police away from his home. And you know, and they felt for this. And I get like which direction should, it's like they were taking Paul's direction in this case. We're going to take your direction, Mr. Ansell. No, we're not going to look at your home. Don't worry, we are concentrating on your children's stability. Look at that. And as I said that, I get the children. And that could be hiding behind the children. I don't want this around my home. I've got to think about my children. This huge kind of authority, uniform police people. I've got to think about the children here, and I get here the family, because this card is about the health and wellness of family, bringing the children here. I get like an energy of hiding behind the children. Think about the children. No, you can't go to my house. What about the children? I'm trying to keep a normal life here, trying to cut this off. Where do we go? Which direction do we look here? Look at the big house over there that's empty and disheveled. Let's have a look around that, shall we? It was on a Fitbit. Wow. It was on a Fitbit. Questions on this case here. There's fresh things coming out here every time I do a reading. There seems to be fresh things being looked at. Like I didn't pick up before about this, like protecting this power, protecting this power. That the most powerful people in the village. we won't go there. But why would we do that? There's no point in going there. They actually gave us a donation anyway, so I don't think we should go over there. Um, Colombo wouldn't put up with this, would he? He'd actually say, why did you give that? Really beautiful thing you did there, giving that donation. What was your reasons behind that? That's what Colombo would say. That's what Colombo would say. Really generous of you. Really generous. What a great person you are, Mr. Ansel, or whoever it was. Mr. White. How generous is that? How generous are you? Why did you give such a huge generation, this generous gift? So let's talk tomorrow. I feel the police involved have actually enjoyed distracting. I get like it's a bit of a power thing now. It's like us minions who, turn up at the River Wire with a mobile phone, stood there. Just look at us like minions, here we are again. Look at them there with the crap cheap cameras, kind of thing. We've got to look after the power here. We've got to look after people who've got powerful family over there, So I feel that people involved are actually enjoying distracting. So do I, actually. Leading and directing the whole show. Yeah. There's a lot of power in manipulating a story. So many people. This goes in so many layers. I'm picking up so many layers in this. Um, and yeah, that's very shocking. I didn't know that she'd gone there with her Fitbit. Anyway, these are the energies. I don't know if any of these make sense to anyone, and you want to put your comments in the comment section. I just want to say thank you for subscribing if you're new to this channel. Thank you for becoming a member, Jennifer. And I am going to promise I'm going to put some secret readings. I know I've not done that for a couple of weeks. I am going to do some secret readings this week on there. So look out for that. And please like, share, and I'm going to have to shoot because I got a phone call there, and I think I need to follow that up, see what that is. But I think we've got a few more little kind of clues here to this whole scenario here. And please put your comments. Please do. And also, if you'd like your own personal reading, I do personal reading, something that I love to do. And please give me an email. I'll put that in the description box too. Sending you lots of love, lots of blessings, and I will see you soon. Okay, bye for now. Bye bye.